Hello everybody, welcome to a very exciting Jurassic World Evolution 3 launch day stream. That's right, the game is out now and is available on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And if you are so inclined to pick up a copy of the game, why not take a look at the deluxe edition of the game, which comes with 4 extra family units, some scenery. This is what you'll get as part of the deluxe edition, JurassicWorldEvolution.com. You can pick that up. If you did miss out on pre-ordering the game and get the Badlands set, you can actually pick that up as an extra on your relevant storefronts. But I'm not here alone. I'm joined by 2 wonderful guests. I'm joined by Tom and I'm joined by Mike. Gents, welcome along. If people don't know who you are, would you mind introducing yourselves?
Hi, I'm Mike Evans. I'm the lead designer for Jurassic World Evolution 3.
Hi, yeah, and I'm Tom Clark. I'm the brand manager for Jurassic World Evolution 3.
How are you guys feeling? Launch day?
Oh,
It's fantastic. We've had a really, really good reception. It's been a really good day. No work has been done today. Just
celebrating the launch,
celebrating,
yeah, and looking at the workshop and seeing all the bits and pieces that people are making already in the game. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Without further ado, I think we should jump straight into the game.
Let's do it.
Here we go, Sandbox mode in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Mike, where are we?
Yeah, so this is the Nevada desert. You can see the Las Vegas Strip over there in the distance. We've got like a lovely balloon. This new lovely biome. It's
Stunning
fantastic.
new map. Yeah, this is one of the new locations to the game. We've got lots of new locations that park managers and players can delve into and explore. But yeah, this is certainly one of them. And I think we'll take a look at this map a little bit later at night time to see what that Las Vegas Strip looks like.
So for people who have joined the stream who maybe haven't seen anything of Jurassic World Evolution 3, Tom, loaded question. What is Jurassic World Evolution 3?
Yeah, so this game, it lets you build and manage your own Jurassic World. And Jurassic World Evolution 3 comes stacked with so many features, so much content. I mean, obviously, we're looking at the dinosaurs here. These are the heroes of the show. So Jurassic World Evolution 3 introduces so many new features. We've got male dinosaurs are now in the game. It used to historically always be female dinosaurs, but that means that there's now breeding as well. Yep. And there's like a whole complex layer of content and features that come with that, from nests to breeding programs to the dimorphism that you get between the different species. You get these amazing interactions between the sort of juveniles and the adults as well, between all of the different species. And yeah, there's so much there. And obviously we've got new species as well. We've got the ornithomimimus here that we're taking a look at. This is actually, I think, one of my favourite new species to the game. Yeah. We've also got the Lokiceratops in here as well, which again is another new herbivore, which we introduced right at the beginning of the campaign. That was announced. People thought that we were going to go with the Triceratops. That's what we've done historically. Yeah. But no, we switched it up. We went with the Lokiceratops. Yeah. So yeah, there's so much. And the juvenile just having a little sit. Yeah, there he is. Yeah,
it's hard work being a dinosaur.
So yes, obviously lots and lots of stuff with the dinosaur side of things. Obviously we've got 60 minutes here to give people an overview of the whole game, but there's so much more to show. We've also obviously got the creativity side of things. So we can see here in this park, especially when you look back at previous games in the series, there's so much more height and depth now to the parks, the new terrain tools. You can see here with some of these cliffs and these rock faces and the buildings as well. We've got a lot more customization there now. We have modular building, so you can really customize all of the buildings to sort of the themes that you want to build out. So whether that's amenities like here, like restaurants and hotels, or whether you want to do that with your enclosures as well, or your lagoons and your aviaries. I know I've been building out sort of lagoons that have sort of what look like crashed planes in the middle and big rock arches, and there's basically infinite possibilities in terms of what the parks can look like and what you can design, and with that comes the Frontier Workshop as well. So if you're not as creatively inclined, that's totally fine. We have a whole host of new creative tools and blueprints for you to sort of pick from. And you can open up the workshop and see what other players are building and use those in your park. Yeah.
We just saw there the Deinonychus. Yes. And that's something that I think we're going to flag. So I think if players and fans of the series were keeping an eye on our socials last week, we made a bit of a noise about the Deinonychus. So if Mike can find one.
There we go.
There we go. What can you tell us about the Deinonychus? What's new?
Yeah, so the Deinonychus, so this is a returning species, but we have a new design. This is sort of a little bit more paleo accurate, and obviously we saw the reaction to this when it went down. Players seemed pretty excited about this new design. It's quite distinct. It's not a velociraptor, it's not a Utahraptor. It's its own model. But for players that did like the old design, that's fine. That is a variant there for adult dinosaurs as well. So you can still use that old one if you wish. But yeah, the new one here, yeah, I mean it's stunning. We're really happy with how this sort of come out in game. And, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is exactly what we were talking about. Some of these unique animations that you get in the game, and yeah.
So we've flown past a pun intended an aviary. So what have we got in our? There's like a cliff top aviary, I believe.
Here we go.
So in there.
Yeah.
I know Tom's been doing some research.
Yeah, we have the Thanatos Draken. So this is a deluxe species. So again, talking a little bit earlier about that deluxe pack. If you're looking to pick that up, this is one of the new family units that you'd get in the game. And the Thanatos Draken, favourite of mine when it comes to the flying species. Its name actually means Dragon of Death. It's a huge flying species. I mean, it's massive. Look at it, the wingspan's huge. So, but already we're seeing here in this aviary, we're seeing some of the new sort of creativity tools being used to sort of make it look a little different. But also that nest that we had over on the left-hand side. So obviously we've spoken about nests with the breeding. We have different types of nests for all the different species. So this is for flying reptiles. But this is just one of many designs, and actually you can customize these however you like. So this one is a sort of a combination of a nest alongside a sort of perch at the back here that the flying species can actually land on. So, and you can create these however you want. And like I said, there's going to be lots of different versions up on the workshop for people to pick from. So yeah, lots of options and designs to play around with and tinker. And like I said, we've already seen lots going up on the workshop, which is really exciting.
So we've obviously got a couple of dinosaurs species in this enclosure, in this park, but of course we also have guests and attractions, and I think that just there we've got a balloon.
Oh, here we go, yep.
Mike, what can you tell us about the hot air balloon attraction?
Yeah, so the balloon tour, one of our new attractions, one of my favourites, very happy to see it in the game. It's a very lazy, sedate tour for your guests to sort of experience the dinosaurs from up high, capture that appeal, especially from the dinosaurs that like to hang around the back of the enclosure away from the viewing galleries. The fantastic thing about the balloon tour is because it's in the air, you can edit its route and have it go over anything. So I can come in here, I can say delete a segment of its track there, and then just clip on and then start producing a new route, and it can go over everything. Train, the aviaries, it can go everywhere.
Yeah, and this kind of ties into what we were talking about a moment ago, where obviously you can see here we've got a lot of height variations in the park with the new terrain tools. So being able to sort of have the hot air balloon just sort of dynamically go up and over things. You can have it, as you can see here, loop over itself. You can have it go over the top of monorails as well. I actually, there's no length cap to how the hot air balloon goes. So when I build my parks, I just make the hot air balloon go round and round and round.
Poor guests. I mean, it's been 10 hours.
You can literally just put it above one enclosure and just spiral it around.
Yeah. Once they get on that hot air balloon, they are on there and they are looking at the dinosaurs. So yeah.
And then the cool thing about the balloon is it's got some fantastic VFX where if I switch it to nighttime.
Yeah, so you're seeing the sandbox tools
settings,
here. So obviously we can stick it into nighttime
to take a look. Nighttime. We just jump back in. There we go.
Amazing.
And we can see the
strip in the distance. Yeah, look at that.
You can see the burners on it. They look so good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and with obviously we're seeing it a little bit. Oh, movement in the nest.
I know it's nighttime. We might just be able to see it.
There we go.
Yeah, for those watching, if we see movement in a nest, we might have to just drop whatever we're doing and go and look at a new species.
Tell you what, let me put it back into daytime.
Let's put it back to daytime. And of course, in the sandbox settings, you've got all of these things you can change.
Settings.
So sandbox doesn't just mean you're free to do whatever you like completely. I mean, obviously you can do, but if you want to put yourself some limitations back in, you want to have to worry about power, you want to have to worry about security and money and stuff like that, you can do that with Sandbox. You can do whatever you like.
It's also, and obviously it's not just Sandbox, we have a huge globe-trotting campaign, which we'll speak about a little bit later, but there's also challenge mode as well, is making a return. So if you're like me, I like to jump in and sort of crank the settings to difficulty, start with nothing and go from sort of rag to riches. You can do that as well.
So for the guests who are up in the balloon tour, maybe want to keep their distance, might not want to be too involved with your dinosaurs, but then on the flip side of that, we've got the dinosaur encounter,
That we do.
which is down here. Mike, what can you tell us about this?
Yep, so this is the dinosaur encounter. It's another brand new attraction to the game. This allows guests to get really up close and personal with juveniles and smaller herbivores that can fit underneath this sort of safety gate. And in typical fashion,
I was going to say, yeah,
it's live.
as it always is the case when it comes to these streams, the dinosaurs get stage fright. But
Yeah.
I believe, hopefully, we might actually have some footage of this just to show you all what the dinosaur encounter is like, which is amazing. Guests getting the chance to feed, as you say, juveniles and smaller herbivores.
Yeah, and you can obviously, this acts as a food source, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they
They
have a need
prioritise
to go
it
to
when
yeah.
they want to eat. They'll prioritise coming into the attraction, and then guests love it. It generates loads of appeal for your park. It's fantastic.
Bringing it back again to that sort of creativity and modular building. Again, with these and with all buildings and sort of attractions, you can customise them sort of as you wish, really. So you can click on them, edit them. You can edit the sort of area where the dinosaurs come in and add, foliage and rocks and trees. And yeah, I mean, you've got sort of a lot of customisation in terms of what you can do. So, but there's some great sort of preset options in the game as well. So yeah, it's.
And as you mentioned earlier, Frontier Workshop is open. We've already seen it's very populated already. The game's been out for, what is it now? Like 5 hours?
Yeah,
and
there's some great stuff.
So much stuff in there. So if you decide to pick up a copy of the game, again, JurassicWorldEvolution.com, there is more than enough stuff on there to keep you occupied if you're not super into doing the modular building yourself. Okay, attractions look cool, the dinosaurs look cool. Can we get something new into the park, Mike?
Absolutely. Let's go over here. So this is a perfect enclosure to demonstrate the Cretaceous cruise.
Ooh.
So I've set this up conveniently ahead of time to just clip onto that fence.
Lovely.
Amazing.
And then we can start building a tour, but obviously we need some water to put the Cretaceous cruise in. It's a water-based tour. So let's guests paddle around an enclosure and get right up close and personal with the dinosaurs. So I'll tell you what, I'll go up here, and if I'm very careful, make a lovely waterfall.
Oh, look at that.
Go into
So easy just to...
signature rock arch.
And obviously,
Oh yeah, we know Mike's been here. There's a rock arch in the enclosure.
with the water tools as well. We've got deep water now.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean that brings a whole. Have we got a dinosaur that's sat in the
Dinosaur
way?
in the way, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, little ones can't go in, but we can put some deep water down
There we go.
Yeah, we can put some deep water over here. There we go.
Well, that feels like a good segue to talk about dinosaurs that can't go into the deep water. Obviously, we've got semi-aquatics now as a feature in the game, and I think we've got.
Let me just quickly.
Mike just needs to try and traverse the very, very narrow gap of water he's given himself.
I've gone challenge mode.
Yeah.
If I just finish this tour, I'll quickly zip over to a lovely enclosure I've built.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's get that.
So that's going to connect, and then obviously we'll see some kayaks appear. Yeah.
Let's just reverse the direction whilst we're at it. Yeah. So over here I've got this. There we go.
Here we
Some
go.
Spinosaurus, which are some of our semi-aquatic species. They're able to swim and hunt within deep water. So it's a great way to, they don't need a pisciform feeder anymore.
Yeah.
They can just swim.
And I love that. Yeah. I mean, there you go. The transition between in water to it's so good. But also, with semi-aquatics, they act as a natural barrier, right?
Yep. So like the Spinosaurus and the juvenile can quite happily swim in the deep waters, but the over here in the Brachiosaurus enclosure, only the adult Brachiosaurus can wade in this deep water, and the little ones can't. And there's other dinosaurs that are just unable to go into deep water. So you can use this as a way.
All the terrain work as well. This is predominantly both of these enclosures are predominantly natural barriers, and this enclosure here looking pretty barren.
Yeah, we should.
Not only because there's nothing in it, but there's no
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs either. So what have you got cooked up in the hatchery ready to go?
I've got a male and female pair of concavenators ready to go.
Here's some you made earlier.
Yeah. And he's
Two
also
pairs,
part
in
of Deluxe.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Concavenator. Yep. Comes in the deluxe
colour.
pack. Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, the colours and the patterns here are fantastic, and you can see here quite clearly the dimorphism between the two. What we were talking about earlier, where the male has a larger hump on the back and it has more frills, and you can see the difference in their colour and pattern.
Yeah, some other colours there as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, these are stunning.
And of course, the animations of them exiting the hatchery that we all know and love. I can't ever skip them. Always have to watch them. How are things looking back over in the Cretaceous cruise? I think have we got people on board? Yes, we do.
Here we go. So yeah, I can jump in. They're going around. That's a fantastic view. So you can ride along with the park tour yourself.
Oh yes.
There you go. But also one of the real benefits is you can just go and paddle yourself.
Yeah.
Take complete manual control.
You're not bound to the route that you have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
built?
I can be a good citizen, or I can.
You can go
Or you can go off the
piste.
beaten track. Yeah.
And it's just a fantastic way to experience your park. You've built it up. It's running smoothly.
Oh,
Yeah.
and also the water looks so good.
It does,
and the lighting
reflections.
as well.
Yeah.
Obviously there's been a whole host of lighting improvements in the game. So
Got ray trace global illumination.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that obviously you saw a little bit of it at night time, where the lighting sort of really comes through. But here during the day, you can see the sort of the change between sort of light areas and shadows. If you're creating caves and stuff like the shadowing and the transition between the two is really smooth, and it just looks amazing. And also we're seeing a bit of the clouds here. Obviously it's very sunny on this map, but skyboxes have had a huge improvement now,
We've
right?
got volumetric clouds.
Yeah.
You can see a bit over there.
Yeah, so if you get a particularly stormy or cloudy day, you'll see sort of clouds sort of cast shadows and sort of across the map, and it just makes it all feel so alive and so
really
sort of
is a beautiful game.
stunning.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Let's have a look at these. Where's the juvenile?
I was going to say, let's look at some juveniles.
Saw one prancing around before. It was very.
I do love obviously how the juveniles, as you kind of expect from a juvenile species, they do have zoomies a lot of the time.
Yes.
Even some of the larger
yeah.
species, like obviously, because they're smaller than the adults, but I wouldn't say they're exactly small, and yet they still decide to charge around. Oh,
Here we
there you
go.
go, Exhibit A. Look at that.
Going for a bit of playing
Yeah.
with their siblings. Fantastic.
How are the juveniles for the Deinonychus that we obviously had earlier? Although, hang on, the maintenance team has been dispatched.
Repair a
What?
structure.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
No.
Oh dear. The concavenators are
They're not
displeased.
happy.
No, they're not. But
Oh dear.
But the thing is, okay, yeah. So Mike's the one in the lab coat, and yet he's brought the
that
concavinator.
concavenator's
that's
gone
not-
straight for a guess.
Oh dear. So we've got a broken fence, but we saw that the UI said that the maintenance team has been dispatched.
Yep. So if I can hover over this broken piece of fence, you can see there's the blue line there.
Oh yeah.
That's pointing towards the maintenance ATVs that's
they
trying to
come.
make it way
Oh,
there.
yeah, they
It is.
come.
Beelining,
Make
task
way.
the chaos.
Watch out for the dinosaurs and for the ATVs.
So they're gonna come and automatically repair this, and that's because this fence is in range of a maintenance post. We've got maintenance posts. We've got one over here, for example. If you click on one, you can see the coverage is.
And so this isn't
absolute.
just the one. This is all of them.
This is all of them
together,
combined.
showing you
Yeah.
that-
So I've made sure that if anything happens, they'll come in and they'll repair. And also, you see here the capture team.
I'd say the capture team have
I've
come straight
also
out. They've come
been
out to trank them straight
Yeah,
away.
Also been dispatched, and that's because I've placed a security camera here. So this security camera, you can sort of see the view that's covering. If it detects a dinosaur becoming a threat to guests, like they've just broken out, they'll automatically assign a capture team to go tranquilise them. So I can deal with the problem now. They've been safely tranquilised, and I can put them back
Now
in
you
the
can manually
enclosure,
transport them back
which
again,
is a little bit bare.
We should improve.
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
should
I mean,
probably put something.
Let's
in
not let
there.
that happen again.
Yeah.
no. So you've got a lot more automation at play in Jurassic World Evolution 3. So you can place down the maintenance post, place down the cameras, so things like breakouts and damage and stuff like that will be covered automatically
Yes.
by the teams you assign to those particular posts, assign them to the cameras, etc., etc., etc. But if that's not so much your speed, you maybe like the challenge of going and doing it yourself, you still have that ability to, pilot the helicopter that you can jump into an ATV.
Yeah.
And- scoot
let's
around.
go find an ATV. We'll just jump in and take direct control.
I think those who've seen the trailers for the games have seen that we've very much enjoyed showing off the ATVs. Here we go. Mike's going to do some.
No, we can go in here. Look, check out the Spinosaurus enclosure.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
I think the first thing I saw at 3 o'clock today when the game released was somebody showing how good of a flip they've done on an ATV. Genuinely the first thing I saw.
Well, the new terrain tools, you've got the ramp tool now,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
it's
can.
one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I'm just going to quickly just put some water in here.
I was going to say, should we worry about the
so
cut?
maybe they don't
Yeah,
break
yeah,
out
yeah.
again.
But at least you've got the infrastructure in play So should they break out again,
Oh, yeah, they'll
Then-
handle it again. Yeah.
hopefully it'll be damage limitation.
Tell you what.
There we go. And here, obviously, you've got the dinosaur pinned, so you can see exactly what it needs for
how the needs are being affected.
This little
up
heart
here.
icon is a lifesaver for me
Yeah.
in terms of knowing what my dinosaurs need.
Again, they're forming their territory. They're having an explore after being tranquilized. They obviously want some food, so let's give them some prey, and hopefully that will
Keep them happy, keep them
that'll
at
do
bay.
for
The
now.
fences will remain intact, and the guests will remain
they'll
happy.
be fine. They'll be fine.
So
Yeah,
now Mike has put the park back into a good spot.
it's almost like I did that on purpose.
Oh, I know. I didn't want to ruin it for the viewers watching. It was all a ploy.
It was all deployed to show off this fantastic management tools we've had in Jurassic World Evolution 3.
It's really, really cool. Now, I'm joined by a very special guest. Mike is still here, but we've got a very, very special guest, Andy.
Hello.
Welcome along. Please
Thanks
introduce
very much.
yourself for people who don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Andy Fletcher. I'm the game director of Jurassic World Evolution 3.
How has it been today, launch day? I see you're repping all of the merch today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm fully
Yeah.
branded. I'm on message. It's been amazing today. It's been so exciting. There's always a bit of kind of, trepidation about like launch day, but it's just been really exciting because the game's gone down so well. People are loving it. They're already uploading awesome things to the Frontier Workshop. We've been playing the game and loving it for a long time now ourselves, so we're super proud of it. And we've just been looking forward to people getting their hands on it, and it's awesome that that day's finally here.
The vibe in the office today has been absolutely amazing. It's been
Yeah.
really, really exciting. And speaking of exciting, when a couple of weeks ago we revealed the island generator for Jurassic World Evolution 3, which I believe Mike has already got queued up. Here we go.
it
So,
out.
Mike, tell us and show us how this works.
Yeah, so one of the most fun buttons in the game is this next island button. Look at that.
And all the effects as well.
Every
Love
time you
it.
click this button, you get a brand new procedurally generated island. Yeah. And then we have a host of settings we can play with. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of these for anyone. So the shape, we've got this controls how contiguous or not the island is. So on this far extreme, you get one big, huge landmass. And if we go to the other extreme, you get lots of little broken islands. Maybe not so much on this one, but yeah, we can click the next island button. Look at that. Lots of little islands. So you can dial in the kind of, what kind of shape you want. Next is trees. This is dead easy.
Yep.
You can have a complete tropical rainforest island. You can get rid of them all completely. I like to have, a little modest amount of trees, so I'll leave that setting there. But you can sort of play with it. See, the shape is the same. You're just playing with the distribution. Water, similarly, you can have very little water. You can have a lot of water, and you get lots of water bodies sprinkled around.
Yep.
Lovely. And then finally, the mountains. You can go for none. You can go for many, and anything you like in between. I like to have it there. And then once you've dialed in your settings, if you like you can always click the next island button and
just get something entirely
re-roll the dice and see what you get. It's fantastic.
And the eagle-eyed viewers might have spotted there's a little number at the bottom of that box that keeps changing every time you're messing with the settings. What exactly is that?
Yeah, so that's the island DNA code. It kind of encapsulates the seed to generate the island and the settings that you've set here, and you can bring up a menu and you can manage this. You can copy this and paste it to share it with your friends. Maybe have like a shared challenge mode where you all have the same island. I have one pasted already, so I'm going to come in here and just paste one that I made earlier and confirm, and we can see that it's reloaded that initial island from the start.
So if anyone's got a pad and paper, you can write down that code on the screen right now, plumb it into your game, and you will get this exact island.
Yeah, that's it.
Then how quickly is, obviously, the next island button is very fun. The button below it, how fun is that, and how quickly do you go from the generator and into...
Quick.
Before I
Thanks,
finish the
I'm not even
sentence.
going to let you
Look
finish the sentence, Rich. There we go, we're in.
at that. Andy, what was the reasoning to bring this into the game?
Yeah, well, Island Generator, it's been a highly requested feature from fans for a long time. And it's been highly requested by us as well, of ourselves, really. And I think the time was right to bring this into the game because, as you've seen earlier, Sandbox has so many great tools and so many endless kind of creative options for the player that although we have a fantastic selection of Sandbox parks and square maps that you can go into for your own parks, it just feels right that you've also got like endless flexibility of starting points for your sandbox park. So you can come into the island generator and you'll just always have a new starting point for your sandbox map. So we just feel it's like, as with the other tools in the game, it's something that's just going to promote creativity and variation in people's parks, long after the game has been launched, and way into the future, because it will just, it's endless. It's always changing.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool. I mean, I think these, also that feature you showed where you have these little islands offset from the main body as well, that you can actually build a monorail to, as Mike's building a monorail around this island as well. So you can actually have these little satellite areas of your park that can be connected by a monorail or a hyperloop or a zip line can pretty scary zip line across to the mainland.
I love the idea of like you've gone with your family and you've just gone on the zip line and you've left your family behind on another island or something like that.
You have to have like a zip line on the way back as well.
Yeah, and obviously Mike is currently also doing terrain tools. Obviously, while he's loaded in, the island is set, but all the terrain, the foliage, the water that has been generated, that's still manipulatable, malleable.
It's just the starting point.
Yeah, it just works. You have a nice deep water lake there. This mountain, for example, I can push the water into this. And you can see it change. You're allowed to edit this.
So while you've got the DNA code that can give players or friends or whoever just the raw island in and of itself, say obviously Mike's doing this, he's putting his monorail in, he's doing some terraforming. Now, is he in a position to say, okay, I've now got a map that I want to share? Can he just share it?
Yeah, so I mean, the main way of sharing in the game is actually through the Frontier Workshop. So that's our cross-platform sharing system. So you can just go to the start menu and then or the pause menu, and then just go into the upload process to upload a park into the Frontier Workshop. And the island generator, maps are no different. They can be shared on the Frontier Workshop, and they could be, like you say, it could be an edited island that is kind of an advanced sort of starting point for players, or it could be a complete park that people can go to and effectively visit and have a little nose around in, and then make their own version of. They can create their own version of that park and edit it themselves. So
really cool.
All different kinds of ways to share, beyond obviously sharing things that you've built in the park, scenery, blueprints and buildings themselves. So there's a whole lot of sharing to be had in this game.
So much room for activities. It's really cool. I'm really looking to getting stuck into this. But for players who maybe aren't so keen on having a complete free sort of reign to do whatever they would like, I think now that we've shown the island generator, we've shown Sandbox, I think it's time we start talking about the campaign. Yeah. So Andy, what can you tell us about the campaign for Jurassic World Evolution 3?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've gone big with the campaign of Jurassic World Evolution 3. So our story is set shortly after the events of Jurassic World Dominion. And we really loved that moment in the timeline, because it's when dinosaurs are out across the globe. They're worldwide. People are figuring out how best to live alongside dinosaurs. And it kind of keys into our sort of, one of the themes of the game is it's a bit about conservation. So obviously we've got dinosaur breeding in the game now, so it's kind of a bit more of a conservation theme of how to best sort of live alongside dinosaurs and how to, sort of safely and ethically kind of look after them. So it keys into that, but also allows us to go to amazing locations all around the globe with all the incredible scenery and all the different architectural styles that come with that. So big epic global campaign. That was our game for this.
That's really cool. So before we jump in, we're actually going to let the game play. We're going to let Mike drive, so no pressure.
No pressure.
We're just going to leave you for a bit and let you see this particular level, this little sneak peek of the campaign play out. But Mike, what are we doing?
Yeah, so we were just on our second campaign level. It's Hawaii. We were learning how to synthesize our first male dinosaurs and breed our first naturally bred juveniles, and now we're quickly hopping back to the first level because some velociraptors that were nearby the park are now in the park, and there's a bit of an emergency that we need to deal with.
Okay, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Mike, take it away.
Everyone, the velociraptors, what are they doing?
The inevitable, their biological imperative, they're hunting. I alert people. Finch, it's time to prove that Din cares about security.
Right. Well, the guests and me need somewhere to hide. Build an emergency shelter. A fine-looking hidey hole there. And now open up the shelter to put out the alert. Raptors can be a tricky target on the best of days, so I suggest letting the pros do their thing. Give the capture team the task to tranquilize those dinosaurs and put a stop to the rampage. Right. Those dinosaurs won't be waking up anytime soon, but we better have an enclosure ready for when they do. We do have a half-built enclosure on site that'll probably do the job, if you can, finish it up.
We should power those fences with a generator. If an animal tries to escape, it could hurt itself or even your guests. A light shock, however, will act as a gentle deterrent.
Listen, you can call me paranoid or, more accurately, justifiably nervous, but I'm telling you, those generators tend to run out of juice at the very worst of times.
Don't we all? But no, I don't want dinosaurs getting out either. Worth making sure that the generators are in range of a maintenance post so our maintenance team can keep an eye on them. When the enclosure is ready, give the order to transport those sleeping meat eaters into it. I'll leave it in your capable hands, okay? Take as long as you need, but not too long. Even sleeping carnivores make me nervous.
Good work. Now wait for the delivery to end and confirm they're all enclosed.
It's strange, isn't it? Alan and Ellie had a dig site near here, in this scenic patch of Montana's Badlands. They were digging for fossilized dinosaurs, and now you're containing living, breathing, thinking dinosaurs a mere stone's throw away. Wow, it's really, it's poetic in a vague sort of sense, and deeply terrifying in a more specific sort of sense.
Make sure to close any shelters once you've dealt with the threat. After all, guests aren't likely to spend money while they're busy hunkering down. Although a bunker gift shop isn't a bad idea. Huh. Nice job dealing with those raptors. Vicious and intelligent carnivores don't tend to mix well with guests.
Vicious and intelligent they may be, but those velociraptors deserve as much support as any other dinosaur. A feeder that gives them an outlet for their hunting instinct would be particularly beneficial.
Better the goats than us, is what you mean to say.
Delivery has been completed.
Now that they're enclosed, those raptors will actually be boosting the site's appeal. And more appeal means more guests, so it's good news in my book. Guests will actually need to be able to see the raptors to be impressed by them, but that's why we build viewing galleries, right? Huh? Dinosaur appeal is great, but dinosaur visibility is what will actually sell tickets. Improving visibility with attractions like the viewing gallery is an important step if we actually want to make a profit here. And you do want to make a profit, right?
I'd rather like to revisit our Cretaceous. They needed males in the herd to thrive, and thanks to Dr. Baldera, that's exactly what we can provide them with. We just need enough genome to begin synthesis. We will need an expedition center to organize gathering the appropriate genetic material. Then, once we have processed the fossils in the science center, we can synthesize the males in a hatchery. We are so close to providing those animals with what they need. Keep up your excellent work.
Okay, welcome back. So Mike is now going to he's going to synthesize the dinosaurs that have been required by the campaign level here.
That's the one.
Yep.
Let's throw some scientists at it. Boom.
And we'll all sit in silence for the next 5 seconds while we wait for things to yeah. I can't say synthesize. Synthesize. Goodness me.
Right. The important thing is we now know how to make a male.
So you can just choose.
So we're going to put three males.
Yep.
Ooh, insufficient skill.
Oh, need more scientists.
Let's go get one more scientist from the. Here we go. I've got one more slot open.
Perfect.
And I want to get. Oh, dear. Perfect. Let's hire those. Let's try that again. Right. 3 males and a female. Sure, let's go. Do that. Put those on. Start tasking. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. So while they're synthesizing, Andy, Mike said earlier that obviously we were in level 2 of the campaign, yep. And yet we got called back to level 1. So does that mean that we've got a non-linear campaign?
Yeah, I mean, definitely less linear. So, I mean, this is an early sign in the campaign that, you know, you don't have to just, or you won't actually just go through the levels in order. So, you know, in this instance, there's been an emergency that's called you back to the first park that you were at. And you'll come back and the park will be as it was when you left it. So you kind of, we're teaching the player that you can come back and you can keep doing objectives on parks that you've been to before. You can keep building them out. There's locked areas that you can build your reputation up to unlock. Mm-hmm. And then in future, when you open up a whole new suite of levels, you can decide which one to go to. You might hit reputation blockers that mean you want to go back and build your reputation on previous maps. So yeah, it's definitely, we're kind of taking a lesson from the structure of the first game, actually the first Jurassic World Evolution, which we really liked, and we wanted to take that to the next level with this third one. So yeah, less linear, more flexible, yeah, a lot more to get your teeth into.
That's really cool. I think Mike is hovering because I think we're, as I said earlier, we don't skip the release animations.
Nope, here we go.
They do look absolutely incredible.
You can see the dimorphism.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
bigger
was gonna
frill
say,
on the
yeah.
male, different pattern.
There we go.
That's really cool.
I think this is going to solve the problem.
Yeah. Of course, one of the reasons why we decided to be quiet for a little bit and just let Mike play is obviously you've got this full voice cast. What's it been like having them in the game?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, we've got a lot of returning favourites coming back to tell the story of Jurassic World Evolution 3. We've got Cabot Finch, who's a returning fan favourite of Jurassic World Evolution players. He's effectively your boss in the game, so you've got to try and please him as you manage your parks. But most notably, we've got Dr. Ian Malcolm in the game as well. So we've got Jeff Goldblum reprising his role as Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Yep.
Iconic role from the movies, gives you that authentic Jurassic flavour. And he's been a mainstay in the series of all three games as well now. So we're absolutely delighted to bring him back. He's every bit as kind of charming and witty and funny throughout the game as you want him to be, and he's a great companion throughout the campaign as the story unfolds, full of surprises.
So much for players to sink their teeth into. And obviously, Mike's been playing this level. So what exactly have you been doing, Mike, over the course of the last sort of 10 minutes or so?
Yeah, so we arrived at the level with the velociraptors attacking the guests and the workers of the park, and I was instructed to build an emergency shelter, which you should always build in your parks, then open it up to protect the guests and the workers, and then after that, order the capture team to tranquilize the velociraptors for me, so because you can take control and do it yourself if you'd like. And then once they were tranquilized, I moved them over to this at the time half-built enclosure, and in transit I spent that time just fixing up the fence, making sure their environment was good for them. Got a viewing gallery so that Cabot can make more money off the guests. Viewing the velociraptors, and then we were just working on getting the remaining genome we needed for the Coryphosaurus, building a hatchery and synthesizing our first males, and basically making sure that the Coryphosaurus we had from level 1 when we were here before are now 100% comfortable and happy, and basically they're ready to be able to naturally breed if we were to put a nest into their enclosure.
So we have to just drop that in? No requirements, I don't think? Yep.
Well, yeah, basically.
Not for the...
So I'll tell you what, I'll spin it there. There we go.
And of course, you probably saw on the screen there were a couple of different variants of the nests, but of course, Frontier Workshop, even more.
Yeah.
There we go. And now if I was to continue playing the game, I've got some other objectives here.
Yeah. Cabot will not let you rest. You will continue to make money and improve the park as you go.
Exactly.
And then find yourself going across this globe-trotting campaign. It's really, really cool, really, really exciting. Well, thank you both so much for being here today and sharing your expertise, and Mike, of course, for driving the game and keeping the Concavenators at bay. Really, really do appreciate both of your time. Thank you so much for being here today. We will see you in the park, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.